Hey church, good morning. We wanted to give you a heads up this morning about the financial stewardship campaign we're going to enter into in early 2014 to replace our air conditioning. We know we get a lot of questions about the AC units, and when we undertake a project that is $100,000, we know that's quite expensive. So we wanted to show you guys the work that's going to be done. So follow me and I'll show you everything that we're going to do. So the first place I want to take you is up into our chapel, which is on the back side of the sanctuary, the street side, up by the stained glass windows, and show you a little bit of the damage that the dripping air conditioning is doing. So follow me. So come on in here. I'll show you some of the big hole in our chapel room. So for the last couple of years, we've seen the damage that the leaking pan is doing in this room. You can see that we've lost part of the ceiling, and one of the things that we're concerned about is the damage that the constant dripping water is doing to the wood structure. So this is one of the things that is very important to get fixed as we work on this air conditioning. You can see on the rest of the ceiling part of the other areas where we have water damage from it leaking, and so it's actually a big deal. That's why these trash cans are here. They're here to get the water drops that happen when we run the air conditioning. Alright, now that you've seen the damage, let me take you to the beast of the air conditioning that we want to replace. Here's the fun part. Our air conditioning is located in the third story of our sanctuary. We have to climb up the ladder here behind the baptistry, and then up back by all the stained glass windows, and I get to show you the great bee damage we've had over the last couple of years as well. As you can see, this is not going to be the easiest job for our AC repairmen. They're going to have to do a lot of climbing, a lot of moving, and to do that all with heavy equipment, it's going to be pretty tough. So once we get back here, we have to go through this little crawl space to get to our 30-ton air conditioning. Follow me. So we come on back into this back part of the sanctuary, out by our stained glass windows, and this is where the 30-ton unit is. It's not an easy project that they're going to have to do. So I'm going to show you the 30-ton air conditioning unit they're going to have to replace. This thing is a beast. And all the other stuff you see in here is primarily ducting. So they're not going to replace that, but they are going to replace the 30-ton unit, which is this big piece of machine right here. They have to replace this because we know it's leaking, as we can see from the damage down below in the chapel room. But we don't know how bad the damage is, or to what extent all the plywood and framing is damaged. So when they move this, they're going to have to check and see the damage that is done from the leaks, and then repair that. Along with the 30-ton air conditioning unit, this piece of machinery right here is an 8-ton blower that blows the air throughout the sanctuary for our heating and air conditioning. That's going to be replaced as part of this process as well. Luckily you aren't up here because this room has a unique smell to it. Part of that is because of the bees and what the bees have done in the last couple of years. You can see if you look behind me by the stained glass windows and the yellowing on the walls, a lot of that is honey that is melted and dripped. And then we have a giant pile of bees over here that's about 4 inches thick of dead bees from bees getting into our sanctuary over the years from the outer rocks. As many of you know, that's what the bee guys were doing here a couple of weeks ago when they were patching the holes that the bees were coming in through. Hopefully we won't have any more bee problems. You can see this project is pretty extensive. Follow me again. So we have to go back down and outside of our wings to see the air handlers that they're going to replace as well. Now I'm going to take you outside on South Street side of our building to show you the air handlers they're going to replace. We have one of these on each side of the building that circulates the air for us. They're usually blocked by the block walls, but they're actually big units as well. each of these are going to be replaced. They look like two big units out here. So there's two fans in each of these, and on the other side it's identical as well. So they're going to replace both of these in our air conditioning project. As you can see, this is a big project. Pastor Ed has spent a lot of time meeting with a couple of the air conditioning contractors and going through the various ways that they're going to handle it. So we recognize that this is a big project, but we're excited to see what the people of God can do as we trust God for His provision and as we continue to minister here in East Anaheim.